Alright, this one's for you, Disco Dan. Oh no! I hit the brakes a little too hard. And I don't have my cargo bar. So first thing I do is I organize my sticks onto my backpack. Typically I'll do this like before I leave the house, but I was in kind of a rush today. So I attach these like Night Eyes gear ties on there to keep everything quiet. But for the most part, I just use these clips that are built into the backpack to hold the sticks on. With your ring of steps, the ring of steps could probably just go in the pack instead of like on the outside, like I'm going to put my platform. And I drop this on here, and I lace the Night Eyes gear tie through, smoosh it down, twist, smoosh and twist. That's my bag. Next, throw my saddle on, undo these loops from the last time I was wearing it, step through the bridge, buckle it up, tighten, reach through, grab the T-clips, hook them in, and a little bit more, tighten up the utilibridge, and then I just stuff the end into my pouch. So on this pouch I have my my tether and my HISS strap, HYS, hold your stuff, and then on this side I have my lineman's rope and my bow pull-up rope. Just throw this on my back. Lock everything up, and then we're good to go. Alright, so this is the tree that I want to get into. First thing I do is like scope it out, kind of see where I'm going to be, and then place my bow where I can tow it up and that the tow rope doesn't get caught in my sticks. So I want to be on this side of the tree. So I'm going to put my bow like right over here. Then take off my backpack. Now I take my bow rope, and there's a figure 8 loop here with like a cinch knot that's self-feed, so it kind of stays untangled. Put a little monkey fist in a loop, and I just loop it through like this, and then pull it, cinch it tight like that. Grab my backpack, do Night Eyes, back of my saddle by my butt. And I undo these. Very slow, very quiet. And I put my backpack back on. First thing I do is I hang my first stick. So I keep the rope looped over the stick, and then I use the stick to pass it around and grab the rope, and then I come back. Cam system, double half hitch. Open these up, seat it. I pull out my aider. And I hang the aider on the first stick. Then I just loosely attach my second stick up here like that. These two sticks, one goes in this loop, one goes in that loop. Then I take my lineman's rope, and I pass it around. This is where these Rope Man ones come in handy. And I clip it to my bridge. Can loosen this up a little bit. Now I take my foot and put it into my aider like this, and then I'll tighten up my lineman's belt, step up onto my stick. Here I gotta tighten my lineman's belt again. This is why I like to have, I said, like, having the Rope Man 1 on your lineman's belt is like a must-have. Tighten it up. Step onto the top stick. Now I reach down, grab my second stick, and I line it up with my chin. Just touch my chin to the stick. Same deal. Double half hitch. Oh, actually, forgot a step. Forgot to grab my aider. So you grab your aider, loop it over your neck, then you move up. Grab the aider, throw it over the stick, open up the steps. Foot goes in the aider. You step up. Tighten my lineman's belt. Reach down, grab the aider, throw it over my neck. Grab my next stick. Pass it over. Down, touch it to my chin. Double half hitch. Open tighten the pedals, set it, drop the aider. Now I actually have to loosen this up a little bit so I can hang back. Foot goes into the aider, and I'm driving my toe into the tree, and sometimes I'll grab here and just grab the tree to stand up and get my foot up, and then lift my lineman's belt. I'll lean back, grab the aider, throw it over my neck. Now it looks like I'm getting pretty high with just 3 sticks. I'm about to hit that big branch, so I'll probably just stop right here. I'll show you what I do. So on my last stick, I stay on the bottom step and I grab my platform and I take this little gear tie and I loop it around my lineman's belt. And now I have 2 hands to loosen everything up and pass this around the tree. And loop it on and tighten it. And now I can take this off and position my platform 90 degrees to my steps, usually about, I don't know, 12 inches or so above my last step. Tighten it up, set it down, cam it, usually cam it a little bit, come back, set it again, and now it's like rock solid. When I step on it, it'll cam more. So I still have like a 4th stick here. So what I'll do is I'll just like loop it around the tree. Oh shit. Kind of just let it hang here. And I'll just grab it on the way down. And then this one, I'll just leave that hanging there. And now, get up onto my last stick. Step over onto my platform. And now I'm at hunting height. And I tighten this up real tight. Now I feel nice and safe and secure. Take out my tether. Loop it around the tree, girth hitch through the eye. And then I usually try to like get this as high up as I can. Like that. Open up my bridge, pull this down, grab it, lock the carabiner, pull this tight, and then what I start to do is I start to sit into the saddle. Notice how there's slack here now in my lineman's belt, and only when I've double checked that I'm secure on my tether do I loosen this up and undo my lineman's belt. Throw that around the tree, coil up the rope, overworked, underpaid, make sure you avoid tangles, and this gets stuffed right back into the pouch. Boom. Next, my gear strap. Gear strap goes around the tree, about, I don't know, head height or so. Goes through the eye. This little T-end snags one of the loops, cinch it tight. Off comes the backpack. Carabiner to the side. Then up comes the bow. Now I keep this clip on my saddle. Clip this. Nock an arrow. Attach my release. Hook this on there. There's a barred owl. And now I'm ready to shoot. And I forgot my flippin' D-pads. So that sucks. So I guess like I'm gonna be leaning today. Without my knees in the tree. So I'm gonna be leaning, so I'm gonna tighten this up a little bit. If I wanted to really sit, I'll loosen this. And then sit down here, which I like. This is usually how I am. My knees really driven into the tree. And now I'm ready to shoot. And I get everything I need. Okay, I gotta get out of here. Try to make it to jiu-jitsu. It's prime time, but I haven't trained in like 2 weeks, so. One thing I forgot to mention was I always take my tether and tie it to my bridge. This is just like a paranoid kind of safety mechanism in case for whatever reason this fails or this fails. I'll be, you know, manually attached to the tree rather than mechanically. And there's a knot at the end of it just so that it's like near impossible for this knot to come undone. So basically, you just do everything in the reverse order. Put my release back. Take off my bow. Oh. One thing I didn't do. Is usually what I'll do is once I'm settled in the tree ready to shoot, I wrap up my bow line. Overworked, underpaid, overworked, underpaid. This method of wrapping, make sure that it just never gets tangled. And then I just stuff it into my drop pouch. So now I'm ready to go. I grab it. Let that side drop. And just hold it in my hand or hold it in my mouth or something. Attach it to my bow. And lower it down. Turn off the thermocell. I'm just gonna like, I don't know, just attach it to the outside of my pocket because it's hot. This clip goes on the outside of my pocket. That's where I keep that. Backpack goes on. Oh, didn't close it. His strap, loosen, do everything. Same deal with wrapping this up. Overworked, underpaid. So I wrap everything. Never have to worry about any tangles or anything. And this goes in the drop pouch. Now, lineman belt comes out, throw it around the tree, hook it in, tighten everything up, and then I lean back and make sure that I'm secured with my lineman's belt before I undo my tether. Untie this knot. Tighten up the bridge. Undo the tether. Again, wrap it up. Overworked, underpaid. Overworked, underpaid. This goes in the pouch, and then I cinch the pouch up. And this stuff's in there too to get it out of the way. Now I make my step off of my platform onto my last stick. And I go down to the second rung. Loosen this up a little bit. Normally this should be hanging on this stick, but I only used 3 sticks and I was carrying 4. So it's a little different than what I would normally do, but I got high enough and had good cover in here with these leaves and stuff, so I wouldn't want to go much higher anyway. So I called an audible. Take this off, collapse it, wrap it, and drop it into the loop. Then take the platform, loosen it up. Normally I don't redo this with taking the platform off because it's pretty easy to just like pop it off silently. Here. Wrap the platform, and then I hook the loop onto the corner of it, cinch this tight, and then this goes onto that hook on the back. Like that. So now I'm on the bottom step of my first stick, and what I do is I drop the aider between my legs and I hang it on the stick like that. And I bring my lineman's belt down a little bit, and then usually I'll grab this side and then just drop down until my foot goes into the aider. And then from here, I go down to the next step. And I usually like drag my toes just down the tree, and then my foot like automatically finds the aider and the next step. Collapse the sticks, pull them off, wrap, and then drop it into the loop. Boom. Drop down to the bottom step. This drops between my legs. Hook it onto the step. Loosen this up a little bit. Drop down. Into the aider. Sometimes like I'll just kick my foot a little bit and it will pop out of the step. One thing that this saddle is doing that my Tacta saddle did not do is slide down my butt. So I think I need to tighten the waist strap on it. It's still totally safe just because it's these lineman's belt loops that are keeping you in the saddle, not the buckle. Close this up. My last stick, I'm usually close enough to the ground where I can just very silently drop it and I'll get that piece of trash. And then I never, as tempting as it may be, jump out of my last stick because it's not worth rolling an ankle or some shit. Get to the bottom, loosen this way up, pull my foot out, and I'm on the ground. Dump my two belt sticks, lean them up against the tree, undo my lineman's belt, tighten it up a bit. Wrap it. Stuff it into a dump pouch. I'm going to tighten the waist belt on here so that it stops falling down my butt. Take the aider. I usually just crunch it up. And stuff it in this side. Take this, and up against the tree, leave no trace. My pocket. This stick. platform. And what I do is I unclip my bow rope. Just throw it over there. I'll show you what I do with that in a second. So then, same deal as at the truck. Then I take my bow rope and the side that attaches to the bow, put it between my fingers and make like a shaka bra. You go around the thumb and over the pinky like this. And you just wrap up the whole thing. I have it marked on here. Yeah, this black piece right here is 23 feet. It's usually where I go to. Like, this is usually around my knee when I use like all 4 sticks. If I stretch my sticks, I can get it like by my feet. And I take this when the clip end and the bow end are facing in the same direction. Wrap, wrap, wrap. And you just take this and stuff it through. Cinch it down tight. Boom. Now you have a perfectly silent collapsible tow rope, and then pull out a few strands of it, get the knot loosened up, and this will just kind of unwind as you climb. This gets clipped back onto my drop pouch, stuffed back into the pouch, and then cinched so I don't lose anything on the walkout. Grab my backpack. Can just throw this. This is a new thing for me, so I haven't really figured out like exactly how I want to manage this, but I've just been kind of on my last saddle. My bridge was long, I would just loop it over my neck. So about this one, I just kind of tighten it up, and I don't know, I just like stuff it in my pocket or something, or stuff it over here so it's out of the way. I don't really know. And that's it. We're good to go. Bye tree, bye woods. Still legal shooting light. Good sign around here too, like there's some fresh poop, so I'll be back here probably Saturday night, and yeah, hopefully shoot something.